I think we're live. Obviously, I need to do a starting soon screen and all that, but I think we're good to go. Is my audio good to go? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I'm pretty sure we're good. All right, let's just start the starting soon screen in 5 minutes and then we'll be good to go. Alright, are we ready? Sorry about the wait, guys. Had to go make sure I drink this. But we're ready to start any moment though. If you guys are ready, I'm ready, you know? Let's see here. Okay. I mean, hey. Let's just make sure we're in a good position and we can start here. So let's see here. How are we looking? Oh yeah, the mic's not even on the thing, so I can easily just be in a more chill position today. How far do I drink this bottle before it goes into the... Okay, that's how far I can do it before the mic starts. Yeah, I don't like when the mic's on the thing, I like having the mic off camera. That way I don't have to worry about its positioning of that. I would say... maybe like there or something like that's good. For the meantime, yeah. Alright, cool. Let me just pause that for you, and let's just get into it, you know what I'm saying? Alright, also, can you guys please let me know, anybody that's here, if the audio's good? That'd be appreciated. Alright, so, I have heard this quest is meant to be about 2.5 hours long to 3 hours, so knowing that information, and I can't stream all night, I am going to go to a team I've not used in a while, actually, which in a story playthrough, which would be an Acheron team, because, well, yeah, Acheron can just one-shot really everybody, so, yeah, that'd be nice. So, obviously, we've got the Trailblaze mission. We're just, like, literally, not tomorrow, because the game goes down for maintenance tomorrow, but the day after, the maintenance starts, and we will be going into 3.0 for, you know, PEAKACONY and all that, so, yeah. Your story recap? Yeah, sure, let's see.
The clock winds back to the start of the journey to PEAKACONY.
Ah, of course, yeah.
The Astral Express, upon invitation from the Watchmaker, heads to a cosmic vacation spot.
Oh, yeah.
The Reverie Hotel for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
However, in this sweet dream paradise, they unexpectedly become entangled in two bizarre murder mysteries.
You're not wrong.
A grand struggle for a legacy begins. Numerous factions enter one after another, acting in response to...
This is just recapping the entire PEAKACONY section.
Also plot to capture the Watchmaker with this opportunity and ensure the Charmony Festival takes place as scheduled.
Yes, sir.
A confrontation between the
Oh, that was such a sick cutscene. I love that cutscene in 2.1.
representative of Venturing,
It's been Acheron and Adventuring.
of the
What a
entire
cutscene.
event, The latter, through a grand death, shatters the family's lies and reveals the existence of the primordial dreamscape, Dreamflux Reef.
Oh yeah.
The Express crew thus delves into the heart of the situation. Here, Gallagher reveals to everyone the truths about the dreamscape.
I still can't believe I called who the motion maker was like 2 patches ahead of time. I called it so early.
Doing so,
And I didn't see anybody else at the time, like before the patch came out was saying it. It was going to be Mikhail. I was like the only one that was saying it.
Everyone heads to the PEAKACONY Grand Theater with the intention of sealing the Stellaron.
Oh yeah.
However, they are forced into a deadly battle against Sunday, the head of the Oak family, who is aligned with the Order. This great battle concludes with
no worries, Benny. Don't sweat it. It's all good, man. It's like I say, during the week, when I've got work from 3 to 7, Monday to Thursday, obviously I work on Friday too, but I work early on a Friday. I can't, like, do streams any earlier than this, realistically. I could have been live an extra, like, you know, maybe, like, 40 minutes sooner, because I didn't have the thumbnail made last night, but 8:30 p.m. is really the earliest you're going to get me to stream during the week, Monday to Thursday, just because of my work time. Unless I don't eat. I need to eat before doing a long stream, that's the thing. I could technically go live and go like at 7:30, but then I wouldn't have ate anything, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I give myself the time.
In the very end,
thanks for letting me know, man.
Sparkle makes a grand return with a startling bomb show.
Oh yeah, she did.
This crisis is ultimately resolved amid spectacular fireworks. With everyone receiving their own best ending, the tragicomedy of the sweet dream comes to a close.
It did indeed. Alright, let's go. Also, by the way, in terms of the next Pokemon episode, Benny, I'm not sure if you saw the pings on Discord, but I had a little bit of a catastrophe happen. So all of episode 50, well, oh no, half of episode 15 and all of episode 16, my mic just stopped working, like the voice mod, what I'm talking to you through now. That literally just stopped working for some odd reason, and I have no idea why that's the case. It just did, and it was really, really bizarre, to be honest with you, why it just stopped working. So, like, yeah. No idea why that happened like that. It just did. So it is what it is, you know? So basically, for the next Pokemon episode, I am recapping, the...
Would you care for some jokes?
Basically, the parts that lost my mic, I just went over in a highlight style, like I did a voiceover, be like, here's what happened between my mic not working and here we are now. So essentially, the parts that it didn't work in was the Team Galactic HQ and the climb to Spear Pillar. I have luckily just saved before Distortion World, and
Amphorous,
that will be back to normal in the episode.
Eternal land.
I need to record it either late tonight or tomorrow morning. Oh, I need to actually do Dan Hung's voice lines. Okay. There's no record of this world in the databank, not even a mention of its name. They're talking about Amphorous, if you don't know the place we're going to be going to in the next patch.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection.
Pretty much.
It's mysterious, all right.
Yes.
You haven't been with us on
also,
the
guys,
Express very
let me
long.
know if the audio's alright, like the gameplay audio and the mic is good. I checked it before I did start on screen and it sounded okay, but it'd be nice to get a little confirmation, you know? I've been on the Express for nearly 2 years now. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm a day 2 player. I didn't play since day 1. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this up, but I was a day 2 player.
Huh? Has it been that long?
Yeah, it has. It's not to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our hands around the idea that it's a world Akavili didn't venture into. But a journey like this was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphorous as a destination.
Yes, sir. Sure, I'll take care of it. That's it. Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make. In that case, we best take the time to think this over.
Yeah. Plus, even if we pass Amphorous over, we've still got a fuel problem.
Danny, don't worry. I'm used to the missing VAs. I played the Genshin patch. We're fine, you know. It'll be back in 3.0 though, thankfully. You know what I'm saying? Alright. I can't talk. Alright then. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for her to take some time out to make preparations for this journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can't find out more about Amphorous from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving PEAKACONY anytime soon.
PEAKACONY, you mean?
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Taikian Stadium has been repaired.
I don't even know what that means, but cool. The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most out of this break. CGI cutscene? At this moment, people still haven't expected this vacation to be so fulfilling. They will witness the Grand Jian show war dance and during the moment of leisure also complete art's promise made by a genius. And those that they meet again include not only friends but also foes. Sunday's POV, alright, here we go. The guy that I didn't pull for because I went for Fook instead, I see. Several weeks later, golden hour PEAKACONY, alright.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
What you been up to, by the way, Benny? You been okay yourself, man, you know? If you ever want to talk, by the way, just shoot me a DM or ping me in my own server. I'm always available to talk, you know?
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
Sounds good.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations.
Also,
Even any point to do.
I don't want to talk over the text too much, but whenever there's nothing really important going on, I'm still reading what it says, but I'll talk about some random stuff, you know what I mean?
Look at us.
So, Benny, I know that you were around in the days that I used to do Mario Kart streams all the time. You know, with the Switch 2 coming out this year, it's got to be right, you would think. And the supposed reveal of the console being on Thursday this week. Like, all the major gaming outlets are saying it. Like, Nate the Hate, BGC, and Mario 64 are all saying it now. Once Mario Kart 9, or whatever the new Mario Kart's going to be called, comes out, I want to bring back Mario Kart streams again. Not as much as I was doing it, though. But even if I, like, streamed it... When it first comes out, I'll probably stream it once every week. Every weekend, like, one day out of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll just do it once a week for like 3-4 hours. But then I might transition it to doing it once every 2 weeks. I don't know. It's going to depend on how much availability I've got. Once I catch up with my backlog of games I'm doing on playthroughs, a mixture of on here and Twitch, I might go back to doing more often Mario Kart streams when I don't have stuff to catch up on, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the truth has probably been long
Oh,
buried.
it's we'll see, you know.
All the hearsay. All I can say for
Danny,
sure is that someone
no.
has taken the
We're not getting Mario Kart Deluxe Remastered the third. This ain't Saints Row we're talking about, my guy.
Bingo.
Oh, what's
All
this?
the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled.
Oh, Sunday, yeah, of course.
Since then, not a single soul seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head.
So when they say family, they're talking about Sunday. He's right here.
Pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we PEAKACONIans never gonna dream in peace again?
Who's that then? Who's the other guy?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed.
It's Sunday, right?
Just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security.
Yeah, I can see the things coming off. He's like, hey, that's Sunday, all right?
Rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Wait, how do they not recognize Sundays literally right in front of him, bro? What do you mean? Do they look different now or something?
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do
He's
you
using-
recall when or where we might have met?
He's using his powers of the harmony, isn't he? 'Cause he's got a little filter around the screen. Give her a headache, yep.
My bad.
Smart man, smart man.
Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
Smart man, Sunday, smart man. Mario Kart 8 never-ending edition. Yeah, pretty much Benny, man, honestly. We need a new entry at this point.
Have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Really now.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble. Mr. Prime Fugitive of PEAKACONY.
Oh, so Sonny looks different. He doesn't have that little halo in his hair like he did before.
And that is exactly why I need you with me.
I'm not going crazy, Danny, right?
I can rely
Sonny
on
used to have
you.
that halo above his head. Or is that just me? It's just his hair. There's like appearance on his head like a little different.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
True. Yeah, Robin, alright.
At least she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
The name of the smaller character, what? What do you mean? Yeah, I get it says 1 week. What about 1 week? I'm pretty sure the thing in the 2.2 quiz wasn't 1 week. That was 72 hours, right?
You're right.
She should still be in PEAKACONY. Aren't you going to
Unless
look
what
for
you're
her?
trying to say is the event of this quest is over the span of 1 week.
It won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
I mean, you're not wrong, yeah. You are currently a
Alright,
fugitive,
then
alright?
Let's keep going. Helping a fugitive
Aiden Park.
return to their
Sure.
home. So exciting.
Let's get it. If we do have to take on any enemies, so I can just one-shot on them because I've got a technique. For those who don't play Star Rail, basically, if I use his ability here on this specific character, but if I do that, any common enemy that's not an elite or boss, and I get to one-shot them out in the overworld, and it skips the entire battle, and I get the full rewards for the fight. So as long as it's not an elite or boss, I can literally just skip the entire fight. That's the reason why I'm using this character for story, because it's going to speed up the quest a lot.
They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair
Ba-da-bum.
earlier.
Ba-da-bum. I freaking love
What's
PEAKACONY, man.
happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies.
Are you blind?
I forgot
Okay.
that you're not very tall.
Or that, yeah.
Remind me. Why
I was
do
about to
have
make a comment about about one of my friends not being tall, but you know what? I'm not going to go that out. I mean, kind of evil.
We've been through
I think you know the
this.
one I'm on about, Danny,
The
though.
only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my
Obviously, by the way, you get the
play on my
characters in the
conscience.
POV, the temporary choice rather than forced upon you. Oh, that's interesting. That doesn't normally happen. It's usually forced, isn't it?
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me.
Oh,
You
really?
owe me that much.
Wonder who this is then.
Holy moly. Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death.
Well then.
When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Hmm.
Okay, I
do wonder who this is
already.
then.
You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to
What I
PEAKACONY?
will say
Is this an
about
NPC mission?
this quest is that it should have some connection to Amphorous, because that's the next planet we're going to in the next batch, releasing the Wednesday.
They make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
AKA Jade, that's the character. Lady Bonajade's Jade. Well, it's in the name, yeah, it's just Jade.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One.
This is the
Dare to
cutscene I was
seek his
waiting for.
sounds, Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is
So I was gonna say, this is the cutscene we saw at the end of what 2.3 to do with Sunday. I was wondering when we would get an update about this, because this is what I was waiting for during this quest.
I will
Because
not
before this
accept
quest,
your
this is the last time we saw what was happening with Sunday.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah.
The sweet dream still continues.
PEAKACONY,
The
okay.
night is still long.
Yeah, PEAKACONY.
You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She
All
only
right.
left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of
Sorry.
my freedom,
2.7 is a massive link to 3.0. Yeah, I would imagine so.
when I find out
That would
what
make
it is.
sense, you know, if it did.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due.
Also, I don't know why, right,
So
but on
why
the
not
webcam, why does it look I'm
exercise the
glowing
freedom that I've
orange
just
so much for
regained?
some reason? Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. That seems right. See, that's a bit too orange, right? Whereas that seems more natural. Does that seem more natural to you guys? I would say that seems more natural. The 4,000 white balance, yeah. You see that in the webcam? That looks more normal now, right? 'Cause it was very orange tinted before, right? This looks more natural color, I would say, for sure. I don't know why it looks so orange just now. Weird. Usually when I turn on like the webcam, this is the usual color, but for some reason today it wasn't, so I just dropped the white balance in a little bit.
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds.
Yeah, I was thinking
It's
that.
time to go. This will be farewell for good.
Oh,
So,
okay.
before I leave PEAKACONY, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
I see.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
So is this going to be like a recap of what we've just done in PEAKACONY
Something
from
else I want
2.0
to
to
do,
2.3?
The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in PEAKACONY wasn't built in a day.
You're not wrong.
This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Yep.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight.
Okay,
Always
anyway,
align
who
with the
cares?
tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out.
Oh, right, that's why he's talking like that, because
The
to do with
same
the
applies when bidding my
the
home
path of the
farewell,
order or
too.
whatever it's called, yeah.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Okay, so what we got then?
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order.
Okay.
Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please
On the way,
come
anyway?
back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation.
Harmony powers, you can see it on the screen.
Skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean, Mr. 1 Week. Please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
I see.
Aftermath.
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
Okay.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
I have no idea where they're going with this. Sure.
That works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please
Sure.
take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
Okay. Okay, I see.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
Oh, like Sunday? Yeah, I get it.
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then.
Okay.
To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's
Yo, Dan,
tutelage.
man. How is the salmon run going?
In the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the
Entire
idea
blonde
of
head is
having
also
managed
well to
the
be
park.
actually, damn.
In hindsight,
Didn't even notice that.
that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life.
Okay.
That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules.
He just did a lighter voice, so not
If
so
the
deep like
enforcer
Wells.
is
Yeah, I guess that makes
incapable of
sense, you know.
introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become...
I will say though, I don't know when I'm gonna do the
This place
Amphorous
is an exception.
stream. I don't think I'm gonna do it right
Started
away.
After echoes of the order.
Maybe like a week after the patch goes live, I might do it. So
Chaos.
like next Wednesday or something
Let's
like that.
see what we
In the
have
pit.
on these
Or
notes.
better yet, no, it's cup action this weekend. I'm not going to be at the game because it's away from home. So what I might even do is I usually save like the big long quest because it's 3.0. If it's like 2.0 in PEAKACONY with a lot of gameplay and story like both merged into one. So what I might do, I might stream the story for 3.0 on Saturday or Sunday. Because that way I can like just go ahead and like, you know, have all day to do it. Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Item Park Investigator rules. I'll write down what I've noticed for now. I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Okay, only cast and crew members allowed on stage. Be kind to birds. Do not discard trash cans. Alright. Please do not use Soul Glad ball caps sold by the Dream Joke Crew when experiencing the attractions. Okay. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Attention, conducts that have not been mentioned are not necessarily safe. They have just not yet been reviewed. Okay.
No consumption of food except for burgers.
That's all.
What?
Yeah, what is my reaction exactly, fam? Some of all kind of shit, yeah. And I had a feeling.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Try me.
Wait, don't!
And look up an eye there, it's going to vanish into one wick stomach.
So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved.
I
Next on the
see.
list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
Sure.
Only
What are we
cast and
going
crew
by?
members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
Yeah.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
You know when it says let's try it out, you know what that reminded me of, Xander? It reminded me of that one sound effect you've got where it's like, alright, let's check it out. Granddad! Flintstones? Oh. I don't know why I just got that vibe from what I just said. Oh wait, what am I did? Based on the rules, investigate the unusual occurrence.
What's going on?
Oh, I meant to do
Those
that.
who've lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've
Okay.
been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you?
Yeah, it's always ominous for PEAKACONY, I can't lie, yeah. You're not wrong.
If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Yep. Yeah, sick. Yep. Like a drunkard commonly seen by the sidewalk, he vomited a sliver of rainbow.
Ugh.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, Say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
Okay, sure.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots.
Yeah,
We'll
I would be
able to
right.
trace them to the source once they
Uh-huh.
manifest.
Okay.
Breaking a few rules will do.
Okay, that makes sense,
We just
yeah.
need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle.
Okay.
If distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
I've just seen your comment, Xander, and I'm not even going to
Can I
acknowledge
take it
that. Jesus
rules are
Christ,
meant
man.
to be broken now?
Oh my god, rules are meant to be broken. Are they still doing that joke from 1.0? Oh my god, bro. I mean, I'm not against it, but I thought we were past that joke already. Rules are meant to be broken. God dang it. So we've not to put trash in the trash can.
Discard trash in
Yeah.
trash cans.
I remember that.
This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
Anything will do? Not trash, not so glad. I don't really want to get rid of. We were told not to put trash in. We were told not to put so glad like bottles in there. I'm pretty sure. How about we just put like a little bit of credits in there? Yeah, sure.
Something's happening.
Golden trash, nice.
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Oh, we have to break the rules, right? Okay. I think. Is that what that's what it wants to do, right? Is to break the rules.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something?
Danny, can you give me a confirmation here? Am I meant to break the rules or am I meant to do the opposite of it? Because the way this quest is telling me, it seems as if it wants me to deliberately break the rule. So, based on what they're saying here for this machine, I should use the bottle caps. Yeah, okay, right, cool. I thought it was the other way around.
Use Soul
Alright.
the Dream Jolt troupe, where?
So, where are they hiding? Oh, there. Hi.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya?
Just one moment.
Off battle credit in front of Bubble Hand. Alright, makes sense.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
I see.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Yeah.
Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
Alright. Now that we got the bottle cap, yeah, there it is. We then have to insert it into the machine, right?
Give this capsule machine a try and
Sure.
see what happens.
Watch it just get the grand prize. I called that. Yeah, I knew it. You just knew that was going to be the case, didn't you? You just knew it. I've actually unironically got the grand prize twice in the actual machine in
Nothing's
Golden
off
Hour,
so far.
my main account.
Maybe we should open the capsule?
You shouldn't have done that. Since warnings have proven futile, punishment is now inevitable.
They can't be seriously going that far, right? No.
Well, yes, sir. Well, one thing about the PEAKACONY enemies we know is that Acheron destroys you for fun. So, yeah. Bye-bye. Linksha, yeah, get rid of you guys. Adventuring on that guy. No need to run any ultimates here because everyone did one Acheron ult anyway.
Watch your head.
That's fine with me. Linksha, break some of these guys. Honestly, Santa, yeah, that is honestly like a I can't stop winning.
work.
I can't stop winning moment. You're not wrong.
Destined for oblivion.
Alright, well, they're
Ready
gone.
for the departed.
Time to die. And yeet. Bye bye. Any more? For that. Alright.
I'm honored by your
Perfect.
since you're already here. Why not have a
Any
meal?
enemies weak to imaginary on the field? I don't think so, actually. No. Just do a blast. AoE.
Up your body and mind.
Adventuring on him, I guess. Sure. All I really need is Acheron, you know? Alright. The thing is waiting for Acheron to take a turn. And they're all dead. After I get my ultimate. There we go, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. I love just doing a casual 3 million damage, guys, you know what I mean? Oh, not 3 million, sorry, 300,000 damage is what I meant to say.
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
I don't know.
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
Okay. Alright. The after echoes of order, once destroyed, only add to the chaos. As a tuner, something can easily discern when the harmony of dreamscapes have been disrupted. Okay. So am I just following his little music note? Is that the idea? And it leads me to the thing. Okay, I think that's basically what it's telling me to. Pretty sure.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but sure.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in PEAKACONY and grow a new pair of wings?
I don't know.
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always
Yo,
been
man, what up, man? Not seen you in a long time. How you been?
respected member
You know, right, man?
of the elite or leader. When was
So if
the
I didn't
last
see you
time
missed right
saw
away,
you
just because I'm
alive?
paying attention to the
All
story.
way back
You know?
during your childhood days?
You being a good man? You being good?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty much the same. I've been busy with work and stuff, you know. I've just actually came home from work
That
a
was
few hours ago.
sarcasm, in case you didn't realize.
Which is why I can't stream at the usual time like I used to be able to, man.
Remember something like
Oh,
that?
you're going casual. Congrats on that.
Never
Good
forget
to hear, man.
times of failure.
Glad to hear that, you know what I'm saying?
It's only human nature.
But,
Ugh,
no, yeah, like,
probably the only one
I,
who considers something
can't
like
stream
that
at the time
a
I
failure.
used to anymore, by the way, during my work times, Monday to Thursday, just to let you know. That's why I've been streaming less. Honestly, for the last year, that's why I've been struggling to stream so much, is because I was always like, most of the audience, like, UK based, and if I stream at this time, alienating, then being able to say anything because it's so late. But, like, I just have to accept that, like, you know, this is kind of just the only time I can stream Monday to Thursday, so it is what it is, you know? I have to do this year, like I already said in the update video, I'm doing what's best for me, and best for me is to stream at this time because of when I work, you know. I was way too reliant in the last 2 years of like doing just only going with what other people said rather than what I wanted to do. And I think this year I need to start making more decisions for myself, as well as take other people's opinions into account, but still make the final decision for myself. It's going to be a lot more healthier for me, you know, so no worries, man.
Nothing's there.
In terms of like the Mario Kart and all, like I've already mentioned, that'll probably be coming back when Switch 2 comes out.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place.
Because I got a whole bunch of gameplay through the gotta do both on here and the Twitch that I need to catch up with. If I catch up with that before the Switch 2 comes out, I'll do a few of the Mario Kart Deluxe streams again, but as of right now, I don't know when. I don't know how long it'll take me to catch up with stuff, you know?
When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles.
Just fixing the mic a little bit, guys.
I'm glad for this chance to look back
Also,
on my past in this way.
from what I know, by the way, Mittens, it's
Come
quite
on.
maybe 2.5, 3 hours,
Go.
so I think I might end up finishing about 11:30 p.m. UK time, and it's currently 10 p.m. now, so I should only have an hour and a half left. Danny, you've done this quest. Can you let me know how I'm doing to the progression? Like, I should only be about an hour and a half away, right, from the end, roughly. I'm not sure if it's going to be any actual parts of the map where I just have to one-shot enemies of that, but if there is, that'll be when I make my time up,
Where
you
are we
know.
heading now?
OT Mall. There are
OT Mall,
bloodhounds
okay.
stationed
Oh,
along
other
the
side of
way,
Golden
though.
Hour. Okay, sure, I can do that.
Might be better to take a quieter route.
Okay, I can do that. Stealthy.
I
Hey, well.
don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Okay, well.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating.
I see.
You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Interesting. Interesting little... He knows something, doesn't he?
Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
He knows something, doesn't he? We don't know something.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
You're not wrong.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in PEAKACONY?
We've got nowhere else to go to right now.
Needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up.
Alright. Say less, Chief.
I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon PEAKACONY while I was in captivity the last few days.
Hmm.
Come now. It's time we set off.
The last few days are, so this is
Stick too
basically
close to
trying to
each
say
other,
that
just in case.
this is a few
feet or
days
so
after
between
the events of 2.2, right? Or am I mistaken with that? In your journey of reflection, sure.
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. PEAKACONY will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer
Makes
me.
sense.
What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
It's 1 week then.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
Very
My
much.
sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in PEAKACONY, I have 1 week to thank for that.
Makes sense.
As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave PEAKACONY for good, you're to stay by my side.
If that makes sense.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
Okay, and that's where we come to
Express
the
crew is in
play.
PEAKACONY too?
Yes,
Come
sir.
with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Yes, sir. Oh, felt to see his companion. Sure. Just tell me where to go. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Alright, well, everything is holding it and back the third. Yeah, I know. I figured as much.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Okay.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me.
Okay.
Once the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Why have you and your companions stayed behind in PEAKACONY?
Sure.
Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in PEAKACONY. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
Black Swan, right?
Passenger?
Black Swan, it's gotta
The
be.
Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home.
Yeah, Black
We're
Swan.
just resting up in PEAKACONY for a while.
I assume that's what they're on about. It's the only other passenger we have right now.
Hmm?
It's not part of the usual crew. I'm right?
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Oh, okay, or that. Yeah, no, that would make sense. You're just in PEAKACONY out of nowhere, Foog. Okay, I see how it is. Or Ting Yun.
These ladies?
Oh, right. Huh.
This... how?
I don't know if I know some of my sound effects get cut off on the thing if it's not like an actual person talking, but I hope that picked up. I really hope that did, because that explained that entire situation right there. Did that sound effect get cut off, or did it play the whole thing?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Yeah, we can tell. And my point of view. Alright, here we go. Meanwhile, the trailblazers stern. So the failed bar, right? Yep, okay.
Isn't it fascinating how
Skrullum's here.
variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic
Well, I know
life
Foog's
forms?
very heavily involved around me, so that makes sense why Skrullum's here, because he's a Genius Society member, but okay. Wasn't expecting him to see it. Alright, here we go. Neither did I expect to see you here in PEAKACONY, Mr. Skrullum. I had assumed the Genius Society was invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion.
Danny, look on the back of Skrullum's, isn't those wings very similar to Firefly's wings? What's he got that on for? No, look on the back. That color palette that he's got on his rocket wings, isn't that exactly the same as Firefly's wings? Why is that there? I'm not going crazy, right? The green with yellow and the silver accent, that's Firefly's wings, dog. Anyway, I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
Correct. They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madam Her? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the names, after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information. Now, I will say about this quest, I have seen about 4 seconds of a cutscene that happened later in the quest. And it's the one where they're on the space station and her is walking into our office. The one where the original simulated universe is. I've not seen the full cutscene. I've seen like the first 4 seconds and that's it. So I have seen a bit of a cutscene. I don't know when it's going to be in this quest, but I know it's at some point.
Could there be more to
If I had to guess, that's probably the transformation into Madam Her rather than the puppet Her, but we'll see, you know. Anyway, rumors of Skrullum may be another survivor of Emperor Ruber. Okay, don't know what that means. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so there's something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphorous is a world influenced by 3 paths and the erudition of such path. Yep.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
Okay. You're right, so this has to be related to the Emanators or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorous, however.
You see. Madam Her said the same. I did pique her interest and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance technology after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ruin May's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalinga Abyss, whatever the hell that is, to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her, this is far too much an understatement, but none of us ever expect to see an old friend at Miss Ruin Maze.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
I see. Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the Nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Xian show, considering her unique positions within the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyun better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now. Why do I feel that's not the case?
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on?
Yeah, literally.
March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically.
I do. Yeah. Pretty that stereotype, yeah.
Not now. Of all times.
Oh no! Anyway.
Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Tingyun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
I don't know.
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and
literally half of YouTube's content says, okay.
type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
I see.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
See, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know where this is going, but okay.
Oh, come on, stop it.
So they were doing Vine content? Yeah, literally.
We had some candy and we're so
I wonder how many people even know what Vine is nowadays.
Before standing
You know what
up.
I'm saying? Because obviously it shut down years ago.
We realized Miss Tingyun ate the candy too, but she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo, achoo, sneeze after sneeze.
It's like me dealing the work because of all the dust.
She multiplied into several Tingyuns right in front of us.
Apparently that'd be useful IRL if it means I'll get my work done faster.
What's
your
take on
Okay, you did see this.
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves.
I see. Okay. Oh, sorry, I not mic there.
There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Okay. Oh yeah, forget I don't have an autoplay.
Mr. Yang? Who is this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I see. Alright, let's go.
I was only being careful. Or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here.
Go on, reveal yourself.
Let me remove my disguise 1 week.
Alright. Yeah, the reaction's like, what?
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Okay. Well, fills him in on what he's been through. Yeah, pretty much. We've obviously already seen this from our point of view.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves PEAKACONY. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
Yep. Yeah, team effort, honestly.
The surprises.
If we forget, we were asleep in the dream. If it wasn't for Black Swan waking us up, we would never have succeeded, right?
Miss Tingyun? Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests.
I mean, true, yeah.
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting Yun to her normal self.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting Yuns aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Okay. Find that Ting Yun easy to communicate with. Why did I feel it's the one at the very, very bottom of the area?
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
That Ting Yun VA sounds different, or is that just me?
Your suggestion?
That sounds different compared to the one we saw in the lawsuit. Or am I imagining that?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting Yun to come together to form the Ting Yun Merchant Guild.
Yeah, no, you sound way different, fam.
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just
Oh yeah, the
imagine
VA
how
was replaced, that's right, yeah.
one another.
You're right.
We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our
Also, I don't know if you heard me earlier, Danny, but how far am I in the quest right now? Just so I know if I'm on track to beating it by 11:30.
There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr.
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
3D print it.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes.
Over effort. Okay, makes sense.
Specifically, the Xianzhou Laofu.
The Laofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Laofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Oh, okay.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Agreed.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting Yuns here.
Yeah, that could be a thing. So I just keep going down and it'll force me into a cutscene. And I feel like it's obviously going to be the one at the very end of this area, right? One down here or something like that. No, okay. Maybe it's to do with their name. Find one that's easy to communicate with. It'll be something to do with the type of Ting Yun it is, right? Oh, it does actually go into the area. Oh, wait, is that trash can now? Never mind. Probably one up here then, right? Oh, okay, never mind. So obviously if I just walk up to one, it gives me like, you know, a little confirmation. That's probably the one I need to talk to, you'd think. Or that, yeah. Literally was right next to me.
People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting.
Definitely, yeah, this dog, yeah, for sure, Tani.
New bouquet of flowers on the table each day. Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Ting Yuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Ting Yun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her.
Okay, so multiple fragments, right?
In other words, it means the Ting Yuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it.
Alright.
The only problem is that these Miss Ting Yuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
I see. One, as in like one on our own? If so, this one kind of like fits the bill. No? It makes me think it's one specific thing on their own if it's like one and not like multiple, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's one, right? I was gonna say.
I'll take you next time.
Nah.
Even if that's...
Okay. Wait for the moment it wants to end up having a larger role in due time. Oh yeah, for sure. In the 3.x there, that's definitely gonna happen. Say, right? At some point, anyway.
Why do I feel it?
Okay, no. Something up here? Nope. All right. Wait, I didn't see that one before. Oh, nothing. Okay. I still, if I just go up to a certain thing and it just activates the cutscene, that's all I need to do, right?
Huh? Yikes.
Nope. Can't hit that. Yeah, no. Okay.
Oh,
There
were
it
you
is.
all looking for me? Oh, were you all looking for me?
It makes sense, so if it was only one in the room. I did kind of get an idea what's that.
Found her. If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
Huh.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement.
Worth a try, my lady. If I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps as assurance.
I don't know where this
have my
quest's
friend
going,
here
I can't
perform a
lie.
task in my stead.
Other than getting Tingyun back to the
One who
Jin
has a
show.
higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
I've heard a lot of people
That is
talk
true.
about this is one of the best quests in
If you still
Star
have
Rail, or
concerns,
is it a really good quest, but I don't know
also
where it's
free to
going, if I'm being
restrain me
honest.
while he performs
At the
tuning.
moment, anyway, right?
There's no need for that.
I'm sure there'll be a point where it becomes super obvious what's gonna happen, but for right now, I don't know where it's going.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
Okay. What was that? That was a flash of red there. That's the benefactor. That's
What the?
that was the person who was possessing Tingyun before, right? If
Did
I'm not
you hear a
mistaken.
voice just now?
Was that the person who was
A voice?
Fantelia, right? Fantelia, that was Fantelia, right? Or am I mistaken with that?
Never mind.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. The evil lab gave it away. Had to be Fantelia.
Look, it's working.
CGI? Okay, let's go. Cherry petals.
I
Boog.
expect that every encounter with you
Yeah.
will always be in moments of distress.
Of course, there is.
Did I conduct myself improperly?
Oh, that's one way to make a grand entrance, I will say that much.
Miss Tingyun, you're finally back. You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
Oh, I was about okay.
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
Huh. Okay.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Well then. Passed out, I assume. Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe. Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to read that. Cheers, game. This is the space station, isn't it? This is 100% space station. Okay, now I feel like the quest is getting good. All of a sudden.
What is this place?
This is like Tengu / Boog's backstory, right? If I had to guess.
What you see, you only need to remember one thing.
Yeah?
You're not alone.
Whose voice is that, though?
Who?
Halfway mark now, okay.
And who am I?
My name is Jeff. I don't know.
Is
Why is my
where I came from?
my brain rot is so bad? Oh god.
And where does this path lead?
I don't know. Please don't call her Big Sister. Why? Alright, so if she's in my team, temporarily? Right? I don't have to use Tengu, right? Because I'll be faster with Acheron, right? If there's any enemies. So let's just keep going.
That looks so familiar.
That looks like the old Tengu, right?
Does she want to lead me somewhere?
It's almost as if like that. Is that Fantelia leading her somewhere? Or is that the old version of herself leading her somewhere? Like the old Tengu. There could be a few things here, you know.
The life support pod is ready.
But this part of the quest is clearly going to be her ruined maze involved, right?
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
Okay, so we know who that
They're
is.
still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone.
Also,
who was
I like what
destroyed
they're
by a
doing
Lord
here
Ravager.
because, like,
Will it even work?
before we go to Amphorous, they're revisiting a lot of the old areas. We went to PEAKACONY, we're apparently going back to the Xianzhou, and we're now on the space station. The only area we've not been to or been referenced in this quest is Belobog, although I don't think we'll be going back to Belobog in this quest, but yes. I like how they're revisiting all the old areas, though. I like that.
I don't understand the logic behind
Right
it.
before all the
If
focus
she
is going to
says
be
it's
on
possible,
Amphorous,
it
right?
must be.
Cool.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
I don't think so. We must go on and there's no time to waste. Interesting. Okay, yeah. You're on it, alright.
This girl is...
Through extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple question, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not incapable of composing long, complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Ruan May for her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numb before conducting a questioning. Correction, we have temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, the record of the question that the observed subject has already answered. What is your name? The subject replies with within 3 seconds. Thank you. That was the cutscene we saw at the end of the war dance event, right? Not the 2.6 story, but I think the war dance event itself is when we got that cutscene. I can remember that being the reveal for her being back in the game, and I said that I got that right and I predicted that a year in advance. Off camera, because obviously I didn't do that on stream. Number 2, what did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related detail but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence. Whatever, okay.
What a
Yeah, the war dance arc. Yeah, I thought so. Cool.
Don't
Please to confirm that, Danny.
keep moving forward.
It's you again.
Thing you, and I think talking to Foog, I think. Bad to guess.
These are...
Enemies?
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
Destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's
like
no
it.
need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway.
Okay, fair
Don't
enough.
fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? Wait!
Huh.
Is this called
Wait,
coexistence?
why did they all just get weakness broken?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Alright. Sure. Question mark?
More season.
Sure, I'll play along.
Nice, easy take a move. I just kill them here. That's the idea. Right, sure, right. Yeah, another one.
I like adding
Yeah, instant weakness breaks, huh?
A little more heat.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Okay.
Hedge your bets.
Pop that.
Another journey begins.
Pop that. Let them move and I'll get all these stacks up, that'll be fine. This is why she's a Nihilate unit now. What, because she embraces destruction? I don't exactly get that, but okay.
By your presence, since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
If the voice that keeps telling her to do something and that type of Nihilate, is that what you're getting at, I assume? Also, I can definitely say my accurate ult for the next set of enemies, right, you would say?
Everything in this world is
I don't get the connection to Nihilate, I will be honest. Harmony with Scars of Destruction. Ah, right, yeah.
Fuel to the fire.
Right, so... Yeah. So she's scarred with Destruction as a Harmony unit, but how does that make her Nihilate? Like, is it not... Is it the whole, like...
Twice shall suffice.
thing with Nihilate units or people who have lived a very long time, like Acheron and that kind of stuff, right? Or am I mistaken with that?
I weep for the departed.
Am I wrong with that, or like, isn't that like what Nihilate is? How to do with like living awfully long time?
time to cleanse the filth.
Sure, I'll play along.
Or am I not getting something, you know?
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I feel like I'm getting very confused on that end. Pop rip that. Yeah, it looks like a coexistence with yin and yang. Alright, so harmony and destruction are like opposites essentially. So like, so basically harmony is like, harmony isn't healing, that's abundance, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, they're opposites of each other. Like harmony is to like help, you're helping people, whereas destruction is you're just harmony is like helping humanity, and destruction is destroying it. So it's like two opposites. The yin yang like analogy is pretty good here, actually.
Yeah.
If I had adventure all you want, I really don't care.
Get it together.
All I really care about is getting Acheron all. Thank you very much. Rip this and you're dead. But that's the reason why she's Nihilate now, you're saying, because she's got two opposites of the same coin, like, you know,
How can it be?
implemented into the one being.
Still so many of them. The ones from before weren't defeated either.
As I said before, you can't
Run,
defeat
man.
them.
I see.
No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction, or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, down to a degree, yeah. Yeah, there's a role form there, right?
Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Huh.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal?
Another thing that's interesting is how did her body even get to this point in Space Station? When we've all presumed for the longest time that her actual real body was in Lou Orchard's coffin, you know?
Save me, benefactor.
You know what I'm saying?
Why are you telling me all
That's a
this?
big plot point. We need to figure out how that even got there in the first place.
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
Seems Ruinmaid's capability has
That
come
doesn't matter.
along since trying to make an emanate
I
before,
believe
yeah.
the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with.
Let me just do this real quick.
You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
We have to make a little bit, guys. Just so I'm a little bit higher up. The seek I know it's a little bit lower down compared to where I'd normally be in stream. I have myself low down when I'm off camera, but I like to be a little bit higher up on camera, you know.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Yep.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path, and only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side.
Huh.
Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain.
Huh.
You were attacked by a Lord Ravager.
Antelia, okay.
By all rights, you should not have survived.
Makes sense,
But
okay.
someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happened
Blue Watcher?
I was able to fulfill his
His.
request.
His request. That's gotta be low.
Other merchants.
Merchants. Someone from the Luffy who's a guy who's a merchant. Blue Watcher said he's a wandering merchant from the... he said he's a wandering merchant. That's gotta be Blue Watcher, right?
I don't know.
Gotta be a Blue Watcher based on that.
Why me?
Has to be based on that wording there. Has to be Blue Watcher. Yeah, Blue Watcher's a merchant. He said he's a wandering merchant, but we met him in the Luffy like a couple years back.
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager.
Antelia, there is, yeah.
Who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation.
Makes sense.
There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
That makes sense.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail.
Which is why she's got multiple tails now in the Foog form, okay? I can see
You'll
that.
have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
All I'm saying, right, is crazy that I called all of this like way over a year ago before PEAKACONY even came out. I said that, you know, Ting Yun would get a 5-star form, and that she was the one in Luota's coffin. So I've just called all of that way before it got revealed. Like over a year, like a year and a half before it got revealed. That's crazy that I called it all the way back then.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction.
You know what I'm saying?
With this, the debt between the
I have gotten some good calls in Genshin Star Rail, like ahead of time. I think this is probably my best call because of the length of time between saying it and it happening, you know?
Who? Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details.
Like, honestly, when it comes to these games, sometimes I know a bit too much. It does feel that way, you know?
I'll arrange for someone to send you home.
Which is us,
Which
okay.
reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you.
Astral Express, okay.
You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
Makes sense. At this point, past events revealed by the tuning received to the darkness once more. I guess that's all the answer we need, really.
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
It's okay, you didn't end up in Tree Flux Rave. That's a crazy statement, that.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Ting Yun is originally from the Xianzhou.
Correct.
She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who
Antelia.
robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death.
Yep.
While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
Yep.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yep.
Yes, a genius
Run me.
involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Ting Yun a shot.
Oh, so you got, yeah, it's going fine. Thanks for asking, Trent. How you doing, man? We are just, I think we're about 60% through the quest right now. But it's starting to cook now. We just got some major backstory about a character who I actually predicted back in the 1.2, 1.3 era, considering we're in 2.7 now, that they would come back as a 5-star, because they were a 4-star originally, and they would be basically like a big, they have a big plot point, and it looks like I've been completely correct about their backstory. Like 100% basically, which is crazy considering the time between then and now has been about a year and a half. I've just like looked to the future and just picked that out of nowhere, you know what I mean? I'm doing good today. It's been a little busy. I know sweat, man. So good. This is more of a chill stream anyway, like the VAs do their thing, you know what I mean? So yeah.
After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Ting Yun back home. We made a stop at PEAKACONY along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
Oh, did you see the thing, Trent, that apparently the Switch 2 revealed on Thursday? I'm not saying it's guaranteed fact, but all the major gaming outlets are talking about it. Hit the Hit, BGC, and Wire64 are all saying it. So if they're saying it and they're very reliable, probably we got like a 90% chance of this reveal being on Thursday. And Nintendo usually always like does like a direct or a presentation on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So it lines up. That's all I'm saying, you know. So yeah.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Makes sense. Shortly after.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Ting Yun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions?
Dan Hong and Himiko, right?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Ting Yun in your hands.
Huh? But Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost
Luocha. I bet use Luocha.
coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any
Okay, we better hurry then.
I actually don't know if Blue Watcher is from the Jin show. That's the only thing that makes me think it's not him, but it's got to be related to him, right?
Shall we keep going then?
If it's not Blue Watcher, who else could it be? A messenger from the Jin show. It won't be Jing Liu. It certainly ain't gonna be Blade. It could be Jing Yuan, but something tells me it's not. I don't think it will be Yan Qing. It's not. Fei Xiao's not from the Xian show. Lo Fu, she's from another Xian show, right? So, won't be Fei Xiao. It could be Yukon, but I don't think she'll have any story stuff. If it's gonna be anyone from the Lo Fu, it's probably going to be yeah, Jing Yuan. But something tells me it's Lu Ocha, you know what I'm saying?
Did you forget already? Miss Ting Yun is going back to
You're about to reach
Alliance,
2/3
so
in. Alright, cool. Here's Annie.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou.
Yeah.
So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
So one of them we know is going to be Yukon.
Take advantage of you.
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
True. Okay then. But yeah, Trent, around about this time, I would say is when, like, if I do stream Monday at first, like, I'll tell you DMs when I would stream. Is that a good time for you? 'Cause I think you said this is a really good time for you, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
I'm sorry, but the V you doesn't sound nearly as good as it once was.
All you like.
Like, to me, the original Tingyu V just had way more energy to it, you know what I'm saying? Am I the only one who thinks that? You know what I'm saying? Lady Fushuan, Hanu Launcher, no. Clocky Eye Mask. Unicycler. I don't know what a unicycler. I know what a unicycle is. I'll go with Eye Mask.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
No idea, honestly.
Meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is
Jing Yuan. PEAKACONY shares. Dreamjoy Memoir Film Reel. Cinema Division of Elite Fires. Lol. Huh. Honestly? Film Reel?
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the general will like this gift. Finally, we have...
Philo. That's the one I can remember who you were related to, yeah.
She loves excitement.
Huh. So glad they're... Why do I think unironically that might be a good one for that? I don't know. We'll just go with that one.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of PEAKACONY. It would make for an
A lot aren't sure about Fugating's new voice, but the previous video does seem to be kind to it. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Thanks
That makes
to both your
sense.
help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
It's just that, like, something does feel like it's missing, you know? That's all.
You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but PEAKACONY's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private?
Sure.
Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Okay. What's could have been a result of the VA strikes? Yeah, possibly. You never know, right? I'm never quite sure.
This is a good spot.
Also, Trent, what are you up to today, man? Anything in particular? Or are you just chilling tonight?
Miss Ting Yoon, what's this about?
That's the lovely music. I can hear it in the background.
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm
Yeah, true, Danny.
truly
Hopefully not.
grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
Yep.
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Heh. Instead of Ting Yoon, how Fantalia, how Sparkle, how imagine Sparkle now it's Fantalia.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you.
By the way, the video of Jing Yuan's partner spouse is voicing Trini in 3.x. Oh, I see. Fair it is.
Encounter was
Nice.
actually a long-awaited reunion
That's
for
it.
you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Also, by the way, I had a really nice flashback to the early points of the game.
When you were replaced by Fantalia.
Back in like 1.2, was it? 1.1, 1.2?
Figured it happened when we were after Kafka.
That's correct, yeah.
You vanished for a while.
Yeah.
I thought you must have come back as a double.
Yeah.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about too. I never actually saw how Fantalia managed to disguise herself.
Nice. Well, I mean, that would make sense, right?
What was your impression of that Ting Yoon, if you recall?
Mysterious for sure, yeah.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you?
I wouldn't say a potential emanate of the destruction. That wasn't until the next in that moment. I would say overall more of a shrewd merchant, yeah.
I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Or something you were both. IEQ. What does EQ mean? Doesn't it mean IQ? I would say flexible then, 'cause I don't know what the fourth option really means.
Now's not the time for those kinds of jokes.
Oh, right, flexible as in the whole neck thing. That's not what I thought that meant, but okay.
In your eyes, am I just like the Ting Yoon you remember?
Probably not. Definitely a little bit different, yeah.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Ting Yoon. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
I guess, yeah.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself.
Okay.
I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there.
I guess so, yeah.
This leads me to consider
another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
If that makes sense.
But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
Yeah.
That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement.
Okay.
Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude.
There's the line. Benefactors.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memory
wonder what they mean by that.
won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Okay. Investigate the dream bubble at Dr. Edwards, sure.
A dream about you? Welcome to the Dreamscape sales store. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Now, just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly.
Alright.
The story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance, where a young swordmaster strives to become the sword champion.
Yancheng?
However, this junior Foxian sorcerer who just turned 100 puts him in a tough spot.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Legit.
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactor. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared for you.
Okay.
Thank you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time.
I assume we'll have to go through that dream bubble at some point in the quest, right? Or am I making that up out of nowhere? Yeah, that's. I assume we'll have mission item. The bad mission item, we'll probably have to do that at some point. Alright. We record your journeys in the Shin and stream the real thing you never missed out on meeting you. Okay, so it's probably recapping our journeys in the Shin, right? Go to the Radiant Belt Bar, sure, say less, Chief. Can do that, no problem. Probably edging myself towards the end of the quest now, right? I would imagine.
Immune to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
Okay. Alright, Himiko, what's your like? I need to say it out loud because your lines are missing. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. It turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours. An old acquaintance of yours. Yukong? Yeah, I had a feeling.
Long time no see, everyone.
It makes sense, honestly. Yeah, I did say Yukong earlier because I didn't think it'd be Jing Yuan. The one when she had died originally, Yukong was one of the ones who was most affected by it at the time. So it makes sense. It was either going to be Luocha or Yukong is the most likely ones. Yeah, okay, fair.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand.
So Danny, I wasn't far off, was I? Danny Thunder with the case of it being Yukong. I didn't mention her in the list of names that I put forward, you know what I'm saying?
Ting Yun, I'm here to take you home.
I didn't think it would be Jing Yuan. My order was like Luocha, then Yukong. I'm surprised Yukong's actually involved in the story. Still, even though she's like a 4-star. You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space. All right.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same. Carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing?
Okay.
Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Interesting.
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong,
there are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
Oh, I
If that's
see.
the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Do you call, however she pronounced it, that's the other Jian show place that the likes of like Fei Shao and Mose and all that's from, and what's his name? The guy, the fire guy. What's his name? He's literally my team right now. The guy that went blind, the guy that makes the food dishes. I can't remember his name. Oh, who was he called, bro? Why am I struggling to think of this? Not Ling Sha, although she's meant to apparently be from there as well. It's the dude. It's the guy. I can imagine what it looks like. I can't think of his name.
Take advantage of the situation.
I'll check after this.
What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself.
Right, so the one she just mentioned, Danny, isn't the one that any character's from. Okay, right, never mind.
If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
Yes.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Okay.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions.
Yeah?
Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Well, we know her is going to be involved in this quest, so is it her?
Is that?
Huh, well then. That's not what I expected.
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse.
Well then.
Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child,
What certain child?
that was her first experience with the sky.
Is that who I think it is?
Of course I remember. Back then, you were
Yeah,
still
that makes
young
sense.
enough
Yeah,
for me to
her
carry.
first what do you call it, experience with this guy, I had a feeling.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I wasn't sure if Yukong, if this was like Yukong with her friend that was part of her like quest back in the Lawfu back in like 1.1, 1.2, or if it was Tengyun. I knew it would be the one or two of them.
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy.
You know,
for
the
me
friend
now.
that Yukong ended up having died in the war. To do with the Lawfu story, and that person, that's who I was talking about. Oh, for goodness sake, Danny, man. I'm not even gonna read out loud comment. That's insane.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once
That's
you were
outrageous,
airborne,
Danny. That's outrageous.
you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life.
Dad, if you're still here, you need to beat that what Danny said in chat and try and beat somehow, because that's crazy. For considering it's him and him saying that and not someone like Ali saying that, that's crazy.
The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized.
Yeah, at least that's it,
Not
Danny.
just
Yeah,
by
you're
the
not
view,
wrong.
But by a realization, in this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond.
I'm not gonna read too much into that title, but if you play a certain other Hoyover's skin, that could be interesting. I'll say that much. Obviously not connected, but it's funny how that
Speaking
how
of
that
which,
connects
how are
to
things
another
with the
game.
Whistling Flames?
Anyway,
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles.
Okay.
But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans,
so I understand from this quest so
They
far
falter
we
in the
got
face of the
Tengyun
gods.
slash Fuchs like backstory, right? But
this shouldn't
I
fall on your
wonder
shoulders to
how
begin
this
with.
quest will then transition into
simply an
her.
innocent
Because we know that
survivor in
Kelsey's
this war.
quest, right? Wonder what the real point of this quest
Madame
is.
Yukong,
Like, we started it with Sunday and we
You were
really
once
haven't
a
went back
survivor
to him.
in the
Like,
war
what's the
too,
point in
weren't you?
his presence in PEAKACONY with the APC mission, you know what I mean? We haven't really got like an answer to that yet. We were starting to get there, but then we went off and branched off into this Tengun part, you know?
Vaguely remember
You know
someone
what I'm saying?
telling me
I don't know what this quest is
the
trying to say.
inescapable price of
Or
survival
what story is
is
trying to
often
tell.
more adversity. Madame Yukong. The gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Yeah, you might be right, Danny.
Of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns?
Like a trail is continuous in the future, Danny. I think I get what you're saying, yeah.
If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox. Not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game.
Yeah, maybe I feel on Trailblaze mission too, yeah.
Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
Okay. And what was saying, let's link us after that departure is often an indistinguishable from parting, yet they are fortunate enough not to have to waver between the two. But luck never seems to favor everyone. Back to Dundee, okay, here we go. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge. So this is where we got the Firefly cutscene for the first time, right?
Is also affected by
Well, not a
the
cutscene,
order?
but the song, yeah, the
No,
Chevy song.
I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables.
Okay.
So it shouldn't matter if we add another.
Oh, well then.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But
maybe another 30-40 minutes, yeah, so basically midnight, I had a feeling.
Now then.
But obviously, I was meant to start at 9, but I was like 15 minutes later, so if that makes sense.
Leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
I see. His like backstory definitely feel is going to be explored more in the future as well. That's just something I get the vibe of, you know.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
Nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name? Oh, Robin's V isn't in here either, that's right.
1 week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You're all the reason the Dreamscape have been able to recover from the crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax, ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we
yeah, honestly, Danny, that makes sense, yeah.
Stars from long ago. So, Have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You're very philosophical, rather, Miss 1 week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
Yo, my eyes are playing a trick on me. You know that little bit in the background, the little like pattern that was moving? I thought the PEAKACONY Grand Theatre was moving as well, slowly back and back and back. My eyes are just playing a trick on me now. That is mad weird. Anyway, I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good show. You can see all of PEAKACONY from here. Also, I noticed that I can see that jigsaw puzzle on this side. That's obviously the dove part from the 2.3, the 2.2 quest rather. I see that on the side. Is that a new like puzzle piece I can get for a new chest? Because I was never there before. Anyway, distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course, you don't have to be so curious. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters. Okay.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
Makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what PEAKACONY's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind, I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to put as many past and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes, he left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
Don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on PEAKACONY. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, most people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not, because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
Okay. You may be right, but I still hope that it will never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together. Because I know we'll reunite one day up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
This 1 week, may I ask a favor? The jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave. I was wondering when I was going to play a part, yeah. If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Help Robin find the jigsaw piece, sure. Can do. There's obviously one, right?
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this a scroll note was left here? May your sky be forever radiant. It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
Okay. The second one?
The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one. Just before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle like someone got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever illustrious. One more thing. Staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too. Good enough. Let's go back. Alright, sure. Do we get a chest from this, or is it just part of the story? Okay, so that's obviously probably part of that. The colors match that piece there. That's probably... Oh wait, yep, there we go. Then... That might match that one. No? Okay. That looks to be that one there, and then that one goes there. Right, nice.
It's done. Have a look.
The song. This is one of Chevy's song. Is this the 2.3 song? The... what's it called again? I've literally got it in the playlist. Like, deep down. Hold on. I know what it's meant to be called. Playlist. I'll get the name of the song real quick. Hold on. I know what it's meant to be called. Had I not seen the sun, yeah, Honkai Star Rail 2.3 OST. It's this song, right? Had I not seen the sun? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Especially because of where we are in the original Chevy song was here too. At Dream's Edge. It's the instrumental version though, isn't it? That's really good, that. That painting feels like a blessing and also seems to mirror someone's resolve. I can hear the main part of the song. Yeah, that's the part where Chevy's voice usually comes in, yeah. Anyway, even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction in which they fall will still be towards the stars. An actual dove?
Soon I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
That might be hinting at something in the future. You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end? Maybe I'm stronger than you think. But she knows it was Sunday. You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
Also, I love the symbolism of that song being in Dream's Edge, because this is the final PEAKACONY quest before we go to Amphorous. So we had like we had the first Chevy song and Dream's Edge with Can I Stop One Heart from Breaking? And it's a slightly different spot, but still in the same location. To then end PEAKACONY's like final quest, because obviously there's actually like mentioned still, with Chevy's final song. That's a really, really good way to do it in the same location. I like that. I like the symbolism of that. It's really, really cool to see that actually.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't. I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
I wonder if that's a reference to Impact the Third right there.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop.
I can't lie, when everyone's saying goodbye to each other from PEAKACONY, this feels like more like Farewell PEAKACONY, which was the name of the quest in 2.3 than 2.3 actually was. Am I the only one who's thinking that? That the name of Farewell PEAKACONY, the quest in 2.3, feels like that is more so the 2.7 quest than the 2.3 quest was.
But before we leave, I have a question I'd
You know
like
what I'm
to
saying?
ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a Nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here.
Okay, I guess
All
that's
for
fair,
an
Danny. Yeah,
old
that makes more
friend
sense.
You never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is...
I don't feel he's going to bring up about what happened
of
to the
action.
original Himiko and Impact Third.
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue.
Yeah.
You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation.
Feels like I'm gonna sneeze, man. Should be fine though.
The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars.
Okay, you don't want another Kiana situation, right?
In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me.
Okay.
This is my way of the trailblaze and the reason why I decided to stay here.
It is?
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here.
Yeah, I get that. His origins and Impact the Third. Yeah, I had a feeling.
There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense.
Who is he then?
Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our
Who is
final
1
bow
week?
in this farewell performance.
What PEAKACONY character would be tied to Sunday? Obviously, it ain't Gallagher because he got written off. Can't be Mikhail, surely. Not Mikhail. I don't think it's Sparkle either. No way this is Sparkle. There's not been enough sassy, like, sassiness and trolling to it to be Sparkle. It didn't Sample either, because I think Sample's only related with Sparkle due to the you know, the mass fills, right? Alright, well, I don't have no idea who it's gonna be. Wait, do we need to do the boss fight? After all that has happened, the Grand Theater stands deserted. The man who crashed here with broken wings must learn how to walk on the land, but to do that he must first fly towards the stars. This is just the... Based on that shadow, that's just the Sunday boss fight, right? Say less, Chief. Say less. Well, if we're going to, what do you call it, end off PEAKACONY one last time, let's use the goat of PEAKACONY. Where is she? Right there. Linkshot, Firefly, Fug, Rue, and May. Wherever you are. The goat of PEAKACONY. As it should be. Robin, those are really, really damn good. They're very, very close, but has to be
I know
alright.
you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry. I won't take too much time.
So this is the big plot twist point in the quest, is it, Danny? I'm ready. My body is ready.
I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams.
Okay, so let me think about this. 1 week is obviously someone from the APC. Why do I feel it's going to be someone from the APC, one of the 10 stone hunts that we have not gotten, that could be a character we get playable in Amphorous? I'm just gonna put it out there.
When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was...
Why do I feel like it's gonna be like Obsidian or something like that?
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born, humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again, I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday.
And there it is, the thing behind his head's back again. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that coming. So what, did he just like split off? So, did he just split off his order persona of himself? And now he's full on Harmony again? So, we're about to do the boss fight, Sunday's boss fight against the Order version of Sunday as the Harmony persona of Sunday. Is that what I'm hearing?
I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony. It's been missing.
I pointed that out from the start, yeah. I pointed that out from the very start.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Yeah, which I noticed instantly. Yeah, at the start of the quest.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family.
That makes sense.
Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake.
So when he discards his halo, does all his harmony power just disappear with it?
This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order, and for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream.
I think that confirms it, yeah. I think he'll lose all his powers.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge.
Oh, I see.
Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting Yun also divided my
Oh, that was the whole point of that thing. Okay, now I understand.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility.
Yeah, I get that.
I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good.
Yeah.
That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Alright.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated.
Okay. See you later, Chief.
Now, shall we begin?
Sure.
Anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises.
There's definitely going to be more to do with this, like in the future after the Amphorous chapter. I feel 100%.
You're not ready at all.
I don't think we're getting the full picture of his character here. There's still something to happen after this quest's done.
Maybe even scared. Ever since I left PEAKACONY, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person.
Okay.
I truly dislike you.
Nice.
What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs.
Robin? Right?
Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped.
Yeah, honestly.
Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't.
Okay.
I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness.
Okay.
As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning.
Sure.
I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip?
This is like a Ventavine, right?
This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler?
I looked into the Ventavine and then when they call it that play happens right afterwards.
Failure is always
Crazy.
the best teacher.
Honestly.
To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest.
Okay.
Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But What if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
Oh. Go to the center stage. Bow out at moment of debut.
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future.
Okay.
I don't have much to say. But as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice.
Just shifting my mic a little bit, guys. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine for now, yeah.
When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all.
Perhaps.
No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad.
Okay, let's go. Right, it's time, right?
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home.
There we go.
Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
One must first step back onto the stage.
There we go. I've done this boss plenty of times before. Time to clap this thing, Chief.
as expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself.
Okay, support Firefly.
Sounds much too harsh.
I wanted to go straight for the ball. I don't mean to even think about doing anything else. AoE, ultimate that immediately. That's gonna take out the other guys. I'm gonna wait for Ruin May to get her thing up real quick.
Some value, I suppose.
Which means I'm gonna have to use. How am I gonna do this? Because I need. Yeah, no, I know how I'm gonna get this to work. I'll do that. Do that.
Every petal and
Yeah.
all will be swept
Then do
away
that,
by the
and then I'll use the basic attack of Firefly, and then go to the enhanced state.
Let us dance once more.
But when I use Firefly's ultimate, it should give me a 100% action advance, right? So if I do single target here, and then I do the ultimate, it should then allow me to do action advance, which gives me an extra turn, right? Or close enough. Yeah, I'll do the blast first of all. And then blast, which should absolutely wreck him. Oh, damn. Do that. Ruin May, break you, thank you. Firefly, and that's first phase done. Easy.
Time has come. Let it be revealed. Is it inevitable for me?
I think so.
Have we met?
Okay, same again, just do the blast.
Some value, I suppose.
Ruin May, honestly. Can't really do anything right now, let's just single target boss. Oh, I could have actually went for that one, just realized that's my bad. Oh well, that's fine. AoE, that'll take out everyone pretty much, yeah. Blast you. Do that far too, yep, nice. Okay, that's totally fine.
No holding back.
Right, the shield. Right, the shield's just the little, yeah, the thing that's got the shared HP pool, okay, that's fine. Firefly. Yep. Pop that. Oh yeah, this is over for him 100%. Nice.
There's more to life.
Target, it's fine, whatever. Do that. Do that.
Everything in this
Bring
world.
the pet up. I can't remember the name of the thing for something, but bring him up. Yep. That is totally fine. Yep, they're all gonna get broken.
Let's see if this fine moment
Blast.
brings
Break. Nice. All of them will keep getting broken because of ruined mates' abilities. That is totally fine. Do that. Yeah. I might just do it. 1%. And there we go. Alright. Simple fight, honestly. Very simple fight, you know what I'm saying? Let's see this then. What's happening here? Ah, yeah, that was part of the, like, quest, like, art, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
I like that line because isn't that what you call it? Doesn't he do on his boss the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 7th day, and that 8th day is the new line? That's a new line. He doesn't say that in his usual boss fight.
How should I
like
address
that.
you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
I like that. That's completely new, isn't it?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving PEAKACONY?
Good question.
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on PEAKACONY.
Interesting.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them.
Okay.
But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made.
Okay.
My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved.
The Montour system, don't know what that is.
Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. PEAKACONY is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One.
When you say the true will of the ground, you mean Sipe?
In the worst case scenario, if Xipe turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up?
So we get into like lore by the Eons and all that now.
Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Talking about the Harmony, right?
Well, thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on PEAKACONY were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and PEAKACONY will become a public space in the cosmos.
Okay.
Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that PEAKACONY needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Sure.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
What does he mean by that?
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider.
Okay.
While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need more than asceticism. His knowledge.
Bro, like I'm gonna know what that word means, okay?
Therefore, after leaving PEAKACONY, would you consider letting
is he gonna come in the abyss with us?
come aboard the Astral Express?
Oh,
and travel with you?
wow. Are you coming to Amphorous with us? Both Black Swan and Sunday, huh? Crazy.
So this is why I brought him here.
Well then.
Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If someone's willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time it's a bit different. Before making any decision, Cube, I want to hear what you think. I want to hear everyone's opinion, yeah. But in this battle, you were the one who directly confronted him. Your opinion holds the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
Of these three options, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess it's gotta be option 3 here. It's disappointed many people, including his sister, so. You know what I'm going to say? Tons of people trusted you, but you let them all dead, even your closest family. Don't you forget that. I do agree with what he stands for, but like Welt said, he did that in the wrong way. I believe there is a better way to achieve your ideals. 7 besties may just be a metaphor, but I look forward to see when it comes true. Okay, yeah, I thought so, Danny. Go. And I don't agree with number 3. It's one or two. After what he'd done, it's hard to just be friends immediately, but he's a worthy adversary with the potential of becoming number 1, I would say. Anyhow, you've been an unforgettable adversary to me, even though I haven't been trailblazing for long. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Yeah, let's go. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Come on, you're taking over as newbie.
Well, he's just traveling with us. Not an actual member of the Express crew yet. Your newbie status is untouchable.
Fine with that.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell. Until then, rest assured that I will do my best to fulfill my duty as your companion.
What does this mean going into Amphorous? Is he going to come with us into Amphorous? Or is he just going to chill on the abyss, Astral Express until his, story perks back up at some point, Anyway, looks like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop too.
Now that our business on PEAKACONY is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but let me try contacting Madam Hurt again before we set off. She helped us look into Amphorous even though nothing new came up. I should at least let her know we're leaving.
Try?
I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interracial network. Is this the cutscene that I saw 4 seconds off? How she becomes Madam Hurt. I'm pretty sure this is where we're getting, right? Shouldn't be anything to worry about. What could happen on the GG's home turf? Even the anti-man legion stand a chance. All we know, Madam Hurt could be making a move again.
No, we're still not quite there.
Because he won't step off the Express indefinitely until he finds his stop. Okay, it makes sense, Annie. Yep, this is the cutscene that I saw. This is the one I saw. Yeah, this is right here is when I cut off. I'm gonna guess she turns into Madam Hurt. As I was walking away, that's as much as I've seen in this cutscene. So when it fades to black, everything from this point is new to me. Let me guess, you're turning into Madam Hurt now, right?
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice.
Here we go.
So, you
With all the
must
puppets.
also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves.
There we go, there's the mirrors.
Magic has its
I was
own
right, it is a
substance.
transformation.
There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So,
She getting rid of the space station right now. Oh, what's happening?
all-seeing presence.
Nurse.
I ask you
Right,
this.
erudition.
What is divinity?
Interesting. Okay. Considering obviously Noose and the erudition may be one of the 3 major paths going to Amphorous, that's probably gonna have a major plot point in Amphorous, right? You would probably have to imagine, right? Yeah, Foog and no Sunday. Okay, interesting. Let's see if I can find Foog for that paid Jay's real quick, but yeah, that's definitely going to play a major part in the quest in Amphorous going forward on Wednesday, because like I say, there's maybe 3 major paths like that are like going to have an impact on the story. We know erudition is one of them. I think the other one's destruction, I think. And then the other one's most likely also to be remembrance of it, I guess. So yeah. Alright, where the hell are you, Pig? You should be here somewhere. There's Sunday. So this is where you are now.
I hope we will walk the same path next time.
Regarding Amphorous, hold on. Ah, Sunny, you know, call him Sunny now. Okay, nice. Oh. Well, Sunny's not a visitor. Well, yeah, obviously.
We will walk the same path next
Regarding Amphorous. How much do you know about Amphorous? Nothing, I've not even heard of the name. Managing the families of Vincent John, leaving you little time to travel afar. And the world I know often only because it's a place where music, tours, or hell never explored in depth. Okay. What about the other ones? Hold on.
Sincerest greetings, as always.
Life on the Express. Please ask goodbye. I might not have a lot of suspicions that have only recently come on board. Okay, about the companions on the Express. Taking out everyone's my new identity by meaning to my personality. Missing Yang showed me the captivating way the trailblazed during our travels. Truth be told, you've all been great teachers. The conductor taught me about the history of the nameless. Dan Hung showed me the extensive knowledge of the data bank, and even from that is much I've learned a lot. About your book. It was a gift I received and it arrived blank. Okay, blah 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 blah. What have you been up to lately? Okay, nothing really too important. Alright, cool. Yeah, about Sunday, hold on. That just came on there. Okay, no, there's too much stuff on it. I don't think there's anything too important, and I'm sure if there is, you'll let me know. Alright, too much stuff for now. Alright, where's Fui? Where's my extra 10 jades? I can't seem to find for some reason. It's fine if I can't find it, it's whatever. If I see her in the thing, on the you know, the, what's it called? The Express, I'll just do it off camera at some point. Then. Whoa! Whoa! Did you guys catch that line there? How about we explore the cars ahead of us later? Who does that sound like? Who the fuck does that sound like? I know who I saw certainly who that sounds like. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a certain Paimon to me. Let's explore the cars ahead of us later. That is Paimon 100%. What the hell? That's weird. Anyway, I don't think that's related to the quest we just did, but that's weird. Huh. Well then. Regardless, I think that's kind of everything for today, right? I mean, I can't really find Foog in the Particle, but that's interesting that we got that cliffhanger of the Herter, but I was going to call him Madam Herter because fair name, plus people know who we're talking about still, so yeah. Interesting though. You know what I'm saying, Danny? Very, very, very interesting thing. So from that quest, Sunday's departed from PEAKACONY. Foog has gone back to the Jin show to clearly initiate a plan against the Lord Ravager, Pantelia, I think it is, right? That's gonna happen, sort of like continuance or mission in the future. We've got that branching storyline, we've got Sunday's branching storyline, and the first storyline, which is going to be this week with us going into Amphorous. So that quest just setting up a lot of things that's probably going to be have a conclusion like in the future. I think, you know. I think there's 3 branching storylines now with this quest. Like I say, you got the Foog thing, you've got the Sunday thing, and you've got the main story as Astral Express going into Amphorous thing with her and what the hell's going on there. You know what I'm saying? So interesting. It'll be interesting to come back to that cutscene with her and see what all that meant after we've done the entire Amphorous chapter, though. I do have to say what it all meant ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, interesting for sure. You know. All right, cool. Well, other than that, I think we might be done here. I've also got a lot of pulls ready for this patch, by the way. So, yeah. Time tomorrow for me to spam through all the text in that quest, because there was basically all text. That there basically wasn't any real gameplay whatsoever, really, right? I could probably get through that quest in an hour. Hey, if I've even got spare time tonight, the next 2 hours or so, while I'm watching this, while I'm watching the first half of Raw tonight, I might legit just spam through my second account real quick. But yeah, just staying all the way to the end. Dan, I think it's just you that's left here in the stream tonight. I think Alex and Dan had to go off. He might catch up with it tomorrow or whatever. But yeah. Also, why does everything seem to have gone back to orange tint again? Is that just me? Or has that done that on its own? Okay, no. That is normal. Am I playing tricks on me now? Yeah. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for. When is the update out? Wednesday. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, Lane, but it is in the UK time anyway. It will be 2 AM because the patch, like the maintenance, always ends an hour early. People always forget that it technically is meant to be 5 hours, but the maintenance for both Genshin and Star Rail is always 4 hours. So 2 PM UK on Wednesday, the patch will be live. So if you're in Eastern Time America, that would be 2 minus 5, that would be 12 minus 3. That would be 9 AM Eastern Time on Tuesday night, the patch will go live. Yeah. So basically, whenever the daily reset is usually for you, minus an hour. Because whenever I get to the Odyssey, I log in before the daily reset. So I get my 2 days of Gift of the Odyssey and 1 day early ahead of time every time. So, yeah. You need some sleep now? Yeah, no worries, Danny. All good. And also, like, I'm also going to probably be in and off here because I got some things to do myself. And we just finished the 2.7 quest, which, well, I'm not sure if you heard what I just said, but I think it's very interesting how they've got 3 branching storylines now. They've got the whole thing with Pengyun / Foog, with Yukon going back to the Shin show. They've got Sunday's like future, whatever was going to happen there. And in the first storyline, I think we're about to see going to 3.0 is Madame Herta with the whole like Erudition news talking to the Eon. Because we expect Erudition to be one of the 3 major like, you know, Eons that they're focusing on in Amphorous. So interesting, and some future plans are setting up for after Amphorous, I'm thinking. You know? Get the rush main story real quick, then yeah, for sure. For sure. It's a very interesting quest. I think the quest is a weird one. It's not as impactful as like PEAKACONY 2.0, 2.2, or the Wildfire boss was. But I think it did a very good job of setting up stuff that we're gonna come back and realize like a year from now and be like, oh yeah, this is what that meant at that time, what they were teasing towards. Because Star Rail's got a good like track history of like teasing stuff ahead of time. Cough, cough, the whole like 5-star Tengyun form that I predicted a year and a half before it happened. But anyway, I'm pulling for the Herta when I go, oh yeah, like I'm in a really good situation. Like if we look like about what 28,000 Jeds, and we're gonna get 10 pulls from the Gift of Odyssey. So like, actually I want to see how many pulls that is. Hold on, I'm gonna run up the calculator real quick if you guys don't mind before I end off here. 25,791, 25,791, right? Plus 3313. Okay. Divide that by 160, which is obviously every pull. I've got 181 pulls, 0.9, plus 9 pulls, and then plus the 10 pulls we get from the Gift of the Odyssey login event. That's 200 pulls I've got for the Herter. I think I'm good. If I win my 50-50, I could maybe be looking into getting Agalea as well. I don't know. I don't know how the remembrance meta is gonna work with Agalea, so I'm gonna wait. I've got Foog, and I'm wanting the Herter from every edition Pure Fiction teams because she's gonna be one of the best by far. Cause I've got Jade on my other account. I need a really good every edition player on my main account here for Pure Fiction for my Herter Himiko team. So yeah. What are your thoughts on her, by the way? I think she's very free to play friendly. Well, the Herter or Puppet Herter. If you're talking about 4-star Herter, yeah, she's great. Like, I clear every Pure Fiction max star with her every time. My build's probably not as good as some other people's. Like, I've got 60-120 build. But no, I'm very satisfied with her, you know? Yeah, the Herter. I have not really too much looked into her build, to be honest with you. I have seen closed beta footage of her, and she looks like she's going to be busted. However, I don't know in terms of like what Lycon she's going to use or that, like how free to play friendly she is, but I like the idea of her being free to play friendly because then it's like, well, you know, it's not going to be a pain to build, right? So yeah. The Herter can run 2 4-stars and another 5-star to make her effective. All I know from what Danny's told me, because we VC a lot, like in another server, because he's the one who always tells me about all the leaks and the rumors coming up, by the way, if you don't know, that you have to run her with another erudition unit, which is completely fine. I mean, if we literally go to erudition units and we tag it, right, where it's an erudition, I mean, you could run her with, well, mostly Himiko would be the main partner, right? Or you could run her with Puppet Herter, that's 2 right away. Yeah, out of these 5 that I've got, it's really Herter Himiko, right? You would say? We get either one of those 2, which, I mean, everyone gets 4-star Herter. Yeah, you're good, you're fine, you know what I'm saying? I mean, pair her with a Robin and, like, Event Arena or something like that. Or even, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember if the Herter's going to do follow-ups, but if she does, literally just run, like, the Herter, either Himiko or Puppet Herter, Event Arena Robin or something like that, you know? You should do account reviews. I wouldn't say I'm that knowledgeable, honestly, when it comes to that kind of thing. I would leave it to the likes of, like, you know, Brax and all that. So, yeah, they're much better than I am, but I appreciate it. The Herter, Serval, and Adventure Raid. Wait, Serval. Is Serval like a genuine, like, proper, like, person who would be running, like, Madam Herter teams, Danny? But you could also run the Herter, like, regular Herter. Oh, right. Remembrance Trailblazer on any sustain, yeah, so probably Event Arena, I would assume. But we don't know what sustains are going to be like in Amphorous, so that could completely shift everything out of the water. Who knows? Like in a year from now, nobody might not be using Event Arena, but I wouldn't be surprised because Event Arena's that good that he's probably still going to be used. You know. You're better with an erudition that can hit all enemies with skill. So basically, the smaller Herter, okay. And Himiko struggles a little there, yeah, but Serval, Herter, and Argenti work, yeah. So basically smaller Herter. Okay. I can see that. For sure. Because I mean, based on what I've seen on the V5 beta leaks for... Sorry, my throat's getting a little dry for how much I'm talking without a drink. What I've seen for V5 beta, Madam Herter, like, if you've got Jade on your account, pairing her with Madam Herter is going to break the game on Pure Fiction, at least. Like, any AoE type of content where you've got to take out like 4 or 5 enemies in the field, that's going to break the game royally. If Jade Herter teams already didn't do enough damage, are going to do a ludicrous amount of damage now, it looks like. I mean, you're taking a team that already did really well, and it's given it a complete, like, tier upgrade. It's like, that's like going from S tier to double S tier. That's how much of a power increase we're going to get from what I've seen. Based on speculation, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it looks very likely, you know? Oh yeah, of course, you know, like, that's the thing. Like, I played Genshin since day 1. I played Star Rail since day 2. That's the thing, like, the best supports are going to be like 0.1, 0.2 of the next expansion. I mean, like, look at Ruin May being one of the best supports back in 1.6 before 2.0. Kind of how Kazuha happened in Genshin, how he was the best support for the longest time until Natlan just recently came out with Zelonin. And then in Starvale, Robin was obviously, and still is, one of the best supports by far, even if Sunday is that good. That's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about with the new Remembrance meta, is like, I didn't go for Sunday, I wanted Boog more.
Perfect.
And I'm probably going to regret not pulling Sunday, because I can see him being one of the best supports for the Remembrance characters, because of how he can like action advance his summons, where not only the character goes, but the summon goes as well. I can see that. I can see Sunday being super OP for a lot of the Remembrance DPS coming up. You know? The hurt as many of our base since a lot of supports already. Even our relics are accessible now. Isn't it just the one I've been farming though during the event, the Lost Scholar and Air Edition? Because I'll be real, right? Lost Scholar and Air Edition is a character I've got some really good crit stats on that I've tried to use even with a newly built Sparkle, but she's just not doing it for me anymore. I really like her character. I liked her when she was pretty good, but I can't use Jingaloo anymore. She's just fallen off too much. We need something to bring her back into the meta, or even to a usable standpoint. But I'm honestly considering just giving Jingaloo's, what do you call it, artifacts to Madame Hera, because it's on the right, the 4 piece is the right set, you know. I'm honestly thinking of just giving those four relics to Madame Hera right off the rip. Speed and crit, I assume, is all she wants, right? You know what I mean? Some speed, bit of crit damage. Well, actually, the more break effective, but you got crit damage there. You got crit damage with, I think that's 3 rolls into speed, is it? And a bit of crit rate too. Like, that's a really good piece actually, of crit rate and speed. Speed with 2 rolls into crit damage and a bit of attack percent too. Not bad either. I don't know if she runs Rule in Arena. I put my Sunday not only because I loved him as the character, yeah, it's fair, but hearing him being able to action advance summons made me realize he was going to be really good for him. Yeah. The thing is, we were in a situation where like we had to win the 50-50 on both Sunday and Boog, and we weren't that confident that was going to happen. And unlike Genshin with the cryo chambers, we call it, where certain characters not getting a rerun, Sunday's rerun will probably happen in 3.2 or 3.3, I reckon, so I can always just pick him up then if he ends up being that insane, which he looks to be. He's going to be that insane, so yeah. Sunday benefits Remembrance characters, yeah, for sure. Let's see here. They hurt as many for blah blah blah, which are skulls and edition and Izumo game. So it's Izumo that I need to farm for. Okay. I don't have a lot of Izumo pieces, so I might need to farm that still. I think the only Izumo pieces I've literally got is on Acheron. Yeah, it literally is. So I assume obviously for Madame Hera it'll be ice damage boost, right? Or attack percent minimum. Which, okay, I mean, it doesn't have any crit stats, but I do have a main stat. And I assume it'll be attack percent, right? On this. I mean, speed and crit rate, that could be, if that rolls right, that could be a usable piece. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, every piece has got to have speed, crit rate, crit damage, attack percent on it, every single piece, you know what I mean? As long as you get the major, like, thing that matters, the most important stat, like speed and one of the crit stats, as long as it's usable and I can clear all content in the game, it doesn't matter to me how dog shit the build is, you know what I mean? As long as it's good enough to beat the content in the game, like beat MOC, beat Pure Fiction, and beat Apocalyptic Shadow, I don't care how bad it is compared to other people, it's good enough for me, you know? And also, that's not a bad piece either, speed and crit damage. I got speed crit rate, and then speed crit damage. Either one of those two, like, you know, pieces roll well, and there you go, and there's your attack center up. So all I need to do is get a decent ice damage boost one here. Because I don't want to stack double attack percent here, because then I'm stacking too much of one stat, and I'm getting like diminishing returns. I think that's the right term. Whereas I've got an elemental damage boost and attack percent, it's 2 different scalings, I think, so it will overall more damage. I think that's how it works into how the damage is formulated in this game, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Caster's is basically going to be 3.x version of Acheron. Oh yeah, 100%. Like Caster's is going to be like the main one people are saving for. Like after Madam Herter, if I'm not really too bored about Agalea, I'm probably just going to save mostly for Caster's, because Caster's looks like the character so far of Amphorous by far. You know, design wise, probably lore wise, and probably meta wise, probably going to be the game breaking character of Amphorous of the 3.x era so far, you know. And I wouldn't be surprised, right, if Caster's just like has synergy with the best support in Amphorous, right? You know that's coming. Kind of like how let me think about this. Well, I mean, I guess no, Firefly and Robin didn't really have synergy, but you know what I mean. Like, they will have synergy, right? You would think. I guess that doesn't really make any sense what I've said, because what I'm trying to say is that, like, yeah, I think you get what I'm trying to say. I think, right? Sunday's 3.1 is lately 3.2, right? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm annoyed that another Robin rerun's happening in 3.1. I want the her and Agalea too. Yeah. Yeah. You still don't have Robin. You need Robin for real. Like, consider you don't have Sunday, I don't think, on your main account. I think you've got it on your American account though. And like, you need a good buffer. Like Ruan May is not enough to have only her now. You need like Sunday or Robin, one or two of them. Like the big three. Yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is Caster's will probably synergize with whatever the best support buffer is gonna be in the 3.x area. It just makes too much sense, you know. Really for most Harmony characters? Oh yeah, for sure. Like for sure. For me though, on the Harmony side, I already got Ruan May. Where are they? Hold on, let me just tag it. I mean, I've already got Ruan May, Robin, Bronya, you know what I mean? And Sparkle, I've got 4. Obviously, I've got Zhao Cho as well for the Acheron team. I've got, obviously, everyone's got Harmony Trailblazer, but yeah. Like, I've got a ton of Harmony characters to the point where I kind of feel like I didn't have to go for Sunday. That's just my opinion, though, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Because realistically, I'm not even really using Bronya much, or Sparkle, because a lot of the crit damage like characters have just fallen off. But you never know, Madam Herter might be one of the ones to bring them back, but I can't see that, honestly. Like, it's really hard to combat Robin when you just give the straight up 50% damage buff to the party, right? Without her ultimate be active, it's just in the skill. Like, it's crazy, right? But we are getting a new fire preservation on the way. Oh, are we? Preservation, you say? Probably to do with Remembrance. I was about to say that could be useful for break effect or like a Firefly team, but I doubt it. It's probably going to be to do with Remembrance. Yeah. Like something to do with a summon. Like, just expect summons to be like the main thing for the next year. It'll be like the main mechanic of like Amphorous, and practically almost every character will use one, you would think, right? We'll have follow-up attacks too. Oh, now we're cooking. Oh, I hope you're right, because that gets me excited, by the way. Could you imagine like a follow-up attack team with a fire preservation unit that can do follow-up attacks, more consistent follow-up attacks? That would be crazy, dog. That would be crazy. So what, you'd probably run Topaz on that team, right? What, Topaz, Flex Spot? Yeah, Topaz, Flex, Robin, and then that new preservation unit. I could see that. I could see that. So what? Any other follow-up attack users? So what? Like March 7th Hunt, Dr. Ratio. I think what other like follow-up attackers have we got in the game? I'm trying to even think. Obviously we got Face Shao, but I don't know if she would fit in there. I guess Jing. Think about no. Interesting, no. Interesting, like team build and all that. Are you skipping Trip and Need? I've not seen enough about their kits. I have no idea what they do right now. I'm just gonna wait until we get their like official kits and make my decision then. It will probably all depend like on how my build for Madam Herter goes, because I mean, as you saw, I calculated I've got about 200 pulls. If I just like get an early 5-star, like let's say 30 pulls in, and I just get mad on her and I win the 50-50, considering like we're getting like a bunch of like rewards for the 3.0 patch, all the new chests from the new area to get even more pulls. We got the anniversary coming soon. We'll probably get way more rewards from the anniversary patch again. It's like I might have too many pulls than I know what to do with. Although I'm not just someone who's gonna be like, oh, I've got like so many pulls to like pull these characters. I'm not just gonna pull a character if they're not gonna be beneficial to my account. You know what I mean? Like, even if I had like 100k jades, I'm not gonna pull like every single character if I don't think they're going to improve my account. I'd rather save it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if I can. I read both, so maybe I'll take it all. Oh my god, that's an event. I read Mayfriends, isn't it? I got that. The 3.1 character gets half dropped. Okay, I might have to get you to show me them later this week. I have to pray and win the 50-50 for the hurt and then save a cast series. I might be dead. Yeah, hopefully you win it, like I said. Yeah. That is a big part of like planning is that if people win the 50-50, you can never really control that guy. Although I will say, for some reason, whenever I do my pulls and my artifact and my relic rolls rather on my iPad, don't ask me why, but I just seem to get much better pulls consistently. Not every single time, but it's like 75% more of the time. If I've got a double crit artifact and I roll it on this rather than on my PC, I will get crit rate, crit damage, and speed. Whereas if I do it on this account, it will roll like 3 times the flat defense once in the crit damage. I don't know why, it just seems to be a consistent on this device. Which is why whenever it comes to artifact rolls or like warp rolls, I always do it on the tablet because I just seem to get consistently better luck and it absolutely makes 0 sense. We've also got a friend of ours who gets very, very lucky and gets like 5 stars within their first 20 pulls almost all the time. And you know what's also weird? They also use an iPad to play the game as well, so it's like really weird how that works, right? You know what I'm saying? Really, really weird. Obviously, it's probably not connected, but it's weird how it happened twice, you know? Isn't Cassie the anniversary too? I have no idea. Danny knows more than I do in terms of that, you know? Patch 3.2 might likely be the patch in the anniversary month. Yeah. The one thing that I'm looking forward towards late is when is the next Honkai Star Rail live concert happening? Because I watched that one last year and it's one of my favorite things from last year that I watched. You know, the one where they went through all the plans and the live performance and the music and all that. And as someone who is, you know, a really big fan of like, you know, the whole like vibe of like Silverwolf with the whole like technology thing, 'cause I'm a big computing guy. And not sure if you can see, but that might be Silverwolf keycaps I've got. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like the entire set. What do you call it? When like the DJ for that came on and merged freestyle with her actual theme and then transitioned it into Topaz's theme, like all the stage effects they had from last year, especially like in the space station section and the PEAKACONY section, bro, I need another concert of that again this year. You know? It's a live concert rumors saying 26th of April is taking me. I hope so, because that shit was fire last year. It was so good, bro. Genuinely. But I think I will stream the 3.0 quest. I know you're doing it on a release day, Danny. You're gonna start doing what I've been doing for PEAKACONY and that stream your reaction to the quest then. I am probably going to start doing the 3.0 quest probably this weekend, probably Saturday. What I reckon. I don't know though yet. I've still got like a few Pokemon videos I've got to release from the Nuzlocke throughout this week and stuff as well. So yeah, the Platinum Nuzlocke. We're getting close to the ending of the Nuzlocke because I mean, after I release my next episode, I'm probably like only 2 or 3 episodes away, and then that Nuzlocke is completed because we're going to do the Spear Pillar part. You know, like do the main part with the Distortion World and Giratina. Then the episode after that will be Sunny Shore City Gym and leading up towards Victory Road. Episode after that will be Victory Road, and episode after that will be the Pokemon League, and then we'll be done with the series. So, yeah. I should get a move on with that, shouldn't I? But anyway. I've already extended past what I thought I was going to do at the end, just because you guys hopped in. Now, as much as I'm streaming Star Rail, if anybody's new here and you are a fan of like Pokemon content, because that's mostly what I do in here is Pokemon content, but I do stream like the Genshin Star Rail as well in here, because I like having my first pure reaction of these games saved as VODs, because obviously I don't do it on Twitch because the VODs get deleted. If you're a fan of Pokemon at all, though, that's my disc. Oh, no, that's the wrong link. Sorry. Let me just delete that. That's the link to this stream. What I was going to say was, if you're a fan of Pokemon content and you want to keep up to date with the channel, all my Discord link is here if anybody wants to join. Those are the best place to keep up to date if I have to delay streams, cancel them, and get pings of when I do these streams. Which again, next stream I reckon is probably Saturday when I do the 3.0 quest, so yeah. Anyway though, I've kept you long enough, Danny. Appreciate everyone that's came in at the end and talked, I appreciate that, but you all have a good day, good night, depending on time zones and all that. But I am going to call it a night here because it's 12:30 at night, it's 12:30 AM, and I should probably wrap this up and chill out for the rest of the night before I need to go back to bed for work tomorrow. So yeah, appreciate all you guys for being in the stream tonight, and I will see you guys next time. This is Cube, saying out, have a good one, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.